Let's go to Craig in Indianapolis, Indiana. Craig, how can we help?
Hey, Ken, John. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet.
Just a little background. 2005, we got hooked up with the Ramsey baby steps and went through the process, and we're now in baby step 7 and baby steps millionaires.
Way to go!
And,
Nice.
but here, a couple months back, I got terminated from a job of 26 years on a policy violation. And going forward, I want to know how to broach that subject in an interview, because I know the question can be asked: how did you leave your last job?
What was the what are you comfortable sharing on this policy violation? I think it will help my advice.
I think it was misapplied, but it was a racial discrimination, and it was definitely misapplied, but I had no recourse. Indiana's a right to work state, so you can get fired for any reason. When I go to the next interview, when they ask that question, I want to be upfront, but how do I do that without laying myself out?
I will tell you that there are very few questions that truly stump me, and for the moment I'm stumped in that this is such a red flag for obvious reasons.
Yes.
Certainly you understand.
Obviously.
You do need to be upfront. But it sounds to me like, okay, so let me go back. Before I tell you what I think you should say, you're telling me that it's your word versus their word. They're saying you violated something, and you're saying I did not do it. Are you basically saying this was a misunderstanding?
Yeah. No, it wasn't a misunderstanding. The company got hit with a fairly significant case a couple years back, and they are just hypersensitive to this stuff. And it literally took almost nothing to trigger this.
Right, but and I don't want you to share what you said because I don't want to be insensitive to anybody, but was this something you said or something you did?
It was something that was posted.
You posted something on your social media?
Yeah, it was a group chat, and I posted something, and it was taken the wrong way. I didn't even imply it to be the way it was. One person took it, and that's how it.
Okay, let me ask you this: if you're in a job interview in the near future, and would you feel comfortable showing what you posted to anybody from any walk of life?
Absolutely.
You would push it across the table.
Previous coworkers say what happened, because they're being real quiet about it. And I've had previous coworkers ask me, "Well, what happened? We don't understand why you're gone." So, and I show them, they shake their head. They just are in disbelief that I was terminated over that.
Well, then part of me says that, because if you start getting too gray about this, they're going to check your references. You have to assume that they're going to check your references. And so what you don't want.
My references are stellar. I mean, even my supervisors and everything will give me the utmost high recommendation.
Okay, wait a second. I know you're chomping at the bit, but let me ask you this: if you go interview for a company ABC, all right, and they call your past company where you were terminated, you're telling me that the people who terminated you are going to say great things about you, and they're going to say
management terminated me, not my direct supervisor.
Okay. But my point is that you're going to have to plan for this. So I don't want to get cute. I don't want to try to describe or coach you on some sort of dance. I think you're going to have to deal with this. So I think you're going to have your post, and I'd print it out, and I would say, here's what happened. And I've learned. Now, here's the deal. I would show them the post, and then I would also say, here's what I've learned. Even if you stand by what you posted, even if you think that you were wrongly terminated or that you were misunderstood or somebody was too sensitive, it doesn't matter. I would go, here's what I posted. Here it is. Here's who I am. Here's what I learned. And I would just own it and say, but for 26 years, I had a stellar performance, and then I would just focus on the positives of why you want to be there. I just don't – John, am I missing anything?
Yeah, here's the one thing, Craig, that's bothering me is – you have a very victim-centric mentality. Okay?
How so?
Well, I don't even know. And even if that, you said it best, kid, even if that's how it happened, it comes across as manipulative and disingenuous. Okay. And so I love Ken's idea. When you go for an interview, you should have a portfolio of some sort. Print it off and put it in there. And if you get down that granular, then have the conversation. And I love what Ken said. If you didn't learn something from the exchange, if you didn't learn, hey, I hurt somebody's feelings and I didn't even mean to. Mm-hmm. I'm learning new things, which, by the way, I have done over the past 36 months. And I learned new things. Even if I think I didn't mean to hurt, it doesn't matter what I meant. The person on the other end of what I said, hey, that hurt. Please don't do that. And I can do one of two things. Be an idiot and go, I'm going to say, or I can say, dude, I don't want to hurt you. I'm sorry. I'm going to change that. And so you walking away saying, what did you learn? I learned that things that I think are private on the internet are public, and so I'm going to be more responsible about what I post. I'm going to have some friends that I reach out to if I hurt their feelings and say, hey, did I say this the right way or the wrong way? Right? So regardless of what happened, it's I don't know, just management. Man, take some ownership. Right? Okay. I posted something. I got fired for it. I learned my lesson, and I'm moving forward. I'm a good guy. I got 26 years of track record. I have absolutely nothing in my body wants to hurt other people. And I did. I crossed a line. My company said I crossed a line. I didn't think I did, but I did. And I've learned my lesson. Like, you see what I'm saying? That is ownership. I'm taking this. I'm right. Sliding across the table. Totally different than all shucks, man. Yeah. I don't know. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yep.
It's a hold your head up high
way of handling it.
Yeah. So here's what we're doing. We're saying take the elephant out of the room.
Absolutely.
You start acting like a politician, on those Sunday morning shows. They ask them a direct question. Is the sun hot? And then they start going, well, it depends on the position.
This guy talks about rain all the time. Like I thought I asked you.
So I didn't ask you that. So I would just completely own it that way. And, John, I love the advice. There's something to be learned.
Always.
And I love what you said. Don't take on the role of victim.
No.
Because you're trying to present yourself as a great candidate. And here's what they really care about. They only want to know one thing. And only one thing, Craig. You ready? Can Craig help us win?
Yep.
And if they think that Craig can help us win, they'll go, you're hired.
This is a guy that messed up and learned something. This is a guy that somebody messed him over, and he still learned something.
Yeah.
That's the guy I want on my team.
You're fine, Craig. No shame in your game. Head high. But take humility into the conversation. It's going to be okay. Thank you for trusting us with the call. You're going to be okay.